Hello guys, I'm hoping I've had my headphones on, dancing around, cracking my body to the Waymaker. This makes absolute no difference to me, but I'm wondering if the mic by my mouth may make a difference to you. My kids are not appropriately dressed because we're still in hibernation mode at the moment, but you want to say hello?
Hi.
Hi. We're putting the train set and everything away. The train set, everything is out. His new skateboard. He wants to show you his new. No, because boys are not decent for mummy guys today. But just a quick live, guys. The blinds are coming out. Yes, I know. I will do a video when you guys are dressed. Yes. You want some water? Do you want some water, Elijah? You okay? So anyway, guys, it's Saturday, and usually people do their shopping. I can't do it with this on, it's muffling my ears. 2 seconds, guys, it might interrupt the sound. Wow, I wish I could show you on video now. If you hear banging, I have a naked skateboarder, and he is flipping the skateboard right now. Yeah, there's a big black X on that skull's head, isn't there? Don't like skulls. So anyway, guys, the blind are starting to venture out. And when I mean blind, I mean people who are really blind, as in they cannot see. There was a post that went viral not long ago about a social worker who was taking the piss out of somebody who was blind walking with a mobile phone. And I posted this out, and I got massive trolling from social workers. And it was social workers, because I basically said that you are the front line, you're the people. You want me to video you on your skateboard, I know, but I can actually move around my house now, so because I am on my O2 connection. So you want to watch cars? So what I'm sort of saying to people is, you're all apparently staying at home. No, you want to still watch this. Okay, I have 2 boys, one technology thing available to both of them on a lockdown, and both want to have 2 very different personalities. So, and they both have very, very different personalities. Elijah gets affected by all of this through fear and is quite easily scared, where Shiloh is a fighter. And Shiloh comes out as an ultimate warrior. Shiloh actually means the peacemaker, funny enough. So what I'm saying to you is, people have been on lockdown for a long time. And the reason that they've been on lockdown is because they go to the GP and they're really pissed off with life. And he gives them a pill and he sends them home and he puts them into this mental health program. People have been in mental health programming for many, 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 many years. And these people have been isolated, labelled as disabled, put onto government disability benefits and put onto government benefits. Even people who have gone to the job centre with no available, who have been pretty much, I said in 2010, the system was a trap. I wasn't the one that said blame the system, by the way. That was the editor of the Chorley Guardian who re-edited the junior person who came. In fact, he ripped her article to pieces, to be honest. Hers was very softy, very touchy, feely, about a mum who had this disability and was empowered, inspired, and launching this business, where he went cutthroat on it. And he just said, look, do you want a media snowball to put this platform in for you or not? And I said, well, just do it then. And I just held on tight, let it happen. And then from then, I just literally sort of self-isolated, went onto the computer and literally tried to learn hosting domains, web building, portals, how to get as much information out to the mass as quick as I could and get on with my own life, basically. Cars, I know you want to. My laptop's not working. If Lawrence is watching, by the way, or my computer guy, I really do. And Amber, I need to get hold of my computer guy Joe and just sort of say, I need my stuff up by Monday. So if one of them could get all my equipment up and proper by Monday, I'm paid. So budget now is get the tyres fixed on the car. So the other thing is Dan around? I don't think Dan watches my lives, but Dan is here in Portsmouth and has got a car garage. So if we could get hold of Dan and ask him how much is it going to be to get my car on the road, and also to change my car over so I can sell it to him and get a van. And I basically need to start doing a sliding door Children are going back to school. They're going to be going 7 days a week, and they're going to be force vaccinated, and they will line up at school with the good old knit doctor, who will literally just pull them out of classroom by alphabet order. And sorry guys, what we're watching, Cars. And they will be given, and you will be told it is basically a mandatory. But the reason that it's mandatory is because they're at school. Okay, so as long as you don't send them back to school, currently is not mandatory. Even now, giving your children vaccinations is not law. It never has been. It is just social workers fear-mongering uneducated people and health visitors, parents, to make them follow line and follow suit. Vaccinations are not good for your children. I have 2 children in my room right now. Shiloh is a skateboarder sensation. Today he's been playing squash against the wall with... yeah, you want to watch this, a really annoying brat? No, let's not watch this. He's a selfish little brat, that little thing. Yeah, what do you want to watch? Baseball? Yeah, use baseball. So basically, my kids have not been calcified. One of the reasons that I struggle with visualization is because my pituitary gland has been calcified. I was somebody who had the BCG. I can't remember what age I was, but I remember having it done, and I remember playing Space Invaders ever since. And for anybody who thinks, oh my goodness, she's really lost the plot, my mum is probably now currently ringing St James's Hospital going, my daughter really has lost the plot now. She sends me emails after my lives to say how embarrassed and humiliated she is of me, and how I really am completely mental and deranged, and I'm a cluster B psychopath. If I am, and look at the parenting. But anyway, one of the things after I had the BCG done is I started pushing the hands in the palm of my hand, because all I would see was black spots. Now prior to that, they were doing psychological reports on me, right? And they used to class me as a dreamer. They used to say she's a right daydreamer. She just daydreams. She goes off in her head and she just daydreams. Well, don't do that, kids, now, because they want your brains. They want your minds. You want fire sort of thing, Cars, do you? They want your... Look, I'm not crazy. You got to do your own research, really. You got to go right back to basics and go right back into history, how we ended up with kings and queens in the first place, what Jesus really was all about. You know, you've got to go back to school, basically, but back to school in a way that isn't just giving you bits that you're not really listening to. Which one? Yeah, but that one up there. I'm trying to explain to you, they're adverts. We're having the right nightmare on YouTube, by the way, with my kids, because they want, yeah, they're adverts. They're not YouTube videos. They're just buy a fire station bed for 369 quid and that probably $9.99 thing is probably the size of about that. They're not. No. Yeah, but they're not what you want. They're not. They're just. If you want a fire bed, you can get a fire bed. There's no problem with that. If that's what you want. You want fire? Do you want Blippy fire engines? No. My kids have their own minds, basically. I unfortunately. I'm one that basically I came to turn my mess into a message. So don't go, hey, look at her, she's getting it all right. Of course I'm not getting it all right. What I'm saying to you is don't be fooled by what's going on around you. Don't be fooled by, I mean, actually someone put a post out that was quite prolific, and he said, take it back to Medusa, take it back to all the different snakes on Medusa's head, and remember that this is, and I talk about it as a tree, so I talk about it as a root and a branch of a tree. You've got rotten apples and you've got great apples, you've got, you know, nice bananas and shit bananas, you've got GM crop fruit, and you've got natural home, what do we call it? What do we call it? We call it organic. So we even have to put a label on nature. That's really crazy. So look on the shelves, they're taking it all away from you. The WHO basically said that they wanted to get, I think it was rid of 3 billion people, and they were going to do this through malnutrition. Notice what has just opened up. for everybody. Takeaways. Stay away from the takeaways, people. Save your money. Take packed lunches out with you when you go out for an hour. Like, seriously, like, while you're staying at home, like, cook, like, really cook. Raw food, but you know, make your lunch when you go out, make your picnic, take that preparation in the morning to go, right, in the afternoon, me and my family are going out for our hours playtime. It's like being released from prison for an hour, isn't it? Let's all knock on the windows, rat-a-tat-tat, like being in, you know, Holloway prison. It's just a bigger one, isn't it? We all get out soon, don't worry about it. We do. But we have to take back our heart, minds and souls, and it starts with you. I'm not finding what my kids want on here. Let's go back to good old traditional Fireman Sam. What I would like to say about Fireman Sam, and I've really wanted to do a live on Fireman Sam for a long time, and it's actually Norman I wanted to do a live on. I'd like to know, well, no, you don't want to watch a naughty boy who never gets told off by social services? The irony, hey? All of these programs, mate, that make our children do things that then we get upside the head from social. But Norman never does he? Norman's always in trouble. 58 times Norman had the fire brigade out in one series, because he even got an award for 58. That child would have been, Epstein and all of his crew and all the Rankies that linked down to it would have been having a field day with all of them kids in foster care. Anyway, let's hope that they're not doing it for all the children in foster care tonight. Let's hope I don't see lots of children from foster care going on the stage tonight. It's the big bang for you all tonight. All of you are either going to go one way or another. You're either going to be down on your knees praying how to take back your heart, mind and soul, or you're going to be watching the show today. If you're watching the show, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. If you're going to be manipulated by all of the artists today, then God help your souls. That's all I can say. God help your souls. My stomach is absolutely turning for you, to the point that I feel like I have to sacrifice myself for you little poor lambs who can't save yourself right now. No, I'm not fucking Jesus. I'm just somebody who's connected all the dots a long time ago, and I had a choice to just go and live in a really nice place and close my gates and turn off all the access to everything going on, and just grow my veg and look after my boys and climb trees, and probably never have even lost Aaron and Faith in the first place, and still been with my boys. But I made the decision that what they were talking about in this room was pretty lethal, and I didn't like the way they were talking about anchors and motors. And in this philosophy and world of people, hence why I talk to you like a boat. So basically, they believe that there are anchors in this world, people who are going to inspire the world and be great. And then there are the reprobates and the people that are draining society. And that's the people on benefits. That's the people with physical disabilities. That's the people with ill health. That's the people who they consider the parasites, the vermin, the lower than the working class, because they need the working class, by the way. You're all going back to work, guys, as long as you get immunised. And you can travel too, as long as your passport has the certificate of vaccination identification 00, then you will be able to travel. That's not going to come in for maybe another 7 to 8 months, and you're going to remain in lockdown. Don't fight it. Don't rebel now. Think about it. Train. Prepare. There is a sliding door. We will show you the way. But you've got to calm down. And you've got to go inside you. Your true you. And prepare to disconnect from the internet. And don't watch the show today. That's all I can say. Do not watch the show today, which is being funded and organised by the WHO. Just don't. Don't even go there. Don't even be tempted. Don't even want to peek. Don't even think, I can look, I'm strong enough, I can deal with this, I can handle this. You can't. You're three-dimensional people. You can't. So stay at home, play chess, play board games, get your candles, get your last takeaway, your Domino's pizzas. No, don't order a takeaway tonight, please. Cook and stay at home, please. Don't trust me, do your own research, that's all I can say. Just please. I don't want to advertise the show. I don't want it. I'm assuming if you have TV, it's been advertised to you all day. Like clap, clap, clap is telling you all day. So if you have normal TV, disconnect it. Please, just disconnect from normal TV. Just disconnect it. You can watch Boris Johnson on YouTube. Just disconnect from normal BBC. Just disconnect. Just research Savile, for fuck's sake. I gotta go because I'm taking great risks. And if you notice, I'm still here, by the way. G5. Let's not mention the word. Certificate of Vaccination Identification 2019. Get ready for Certificate of Vaccination Identification 2020 as we are now. So, so it's not 00, it's 20, isn't it? So, my apologies. So I'll correct myself on that. So it's Certificate of Vaccination 20. Right. So that's what you're basically going to get told. So your children are going to go back to school. They're going to go back to school 7 days a week to catch up on what they've lost. They will be vaccinated on the very first day if they line up at school. If you have, and I know I have somebody here who has children who are currently on special guardianship with grandparents, I suggest you get out of your victim mode and you actually now get pen to paper, overcome, research dyslexia, understand trauma, understand the pain that you have been through, and just remember this is a new battle now and you've got to be strong for now. Everything that you have been through, everything that you have gone through, every test, every storm, it brings you to now. Everything that you have learned, every pain that you went through is a gift, because it makes you better, harder, faster and stronger to deal with what is surrounding us, that we have to take the control back, because Great Britain is still being led by the WHO, and we have to force Boris Johnson to abolish the WHO, remove the money from the WHO and restore and reset Great Britain and put the great back in Britain. Do you know what I mean? And we can, if we just disconnect from the WHO. And maybe we can all enjoy watching the satellites going up on the 23rd of April and the relaunch of the shuttle ship, and enjoy it and see if man really did ever go back onto the moon a long time ago, or did they just make that shit up because they didn't have 5G. So stay at home, stay indoors, and really get to know you. But don't give your energy away today. Savour it for another day. Savour it for another time. Because there's going to be a harvest tonight. And I don't want you all to be the lambs to the slaughter. But luckily, the wolf who did reveal himself and has never claimed to not be a wolf has finally found his true self. So please, watch The Wolf of Wall Street. Follow where the money is going right now.